what we do is that what we do is to embrace. What we should do is to embrace people and love people for who they are. You cannot try to swap personalities in people.
It looks like I'm concluding my letter already. I just asked what was your thoughts reading the
and
letter.
I'm telling you that my thought is that, look,
because you're in a rush.
as in
A question like bantem.
as in
Mem tantrim mem.
mentiasi and the mentiasi
Open them.
pay wape toffee wape. All right, so easy. So basically I feel I mean my opening comments are that people are unique in their own ways and that we should accept people.
So
and
that's the first thing that came
yes,
to mind.
yes.
All right, Mr. Tabernacle.
Right, brother. So my comment would be that we are distinct, yeah, and then our ways of feeling.
No, but the question is the first thing that ran through your mind the moment you were done reading the letter, or even just as Bona read it. What was the first thing that came to mind? What was that thing that was running through your mind?
Gross disrespect. Sincerely.
All right, we'll get
Gross
into that then.
disrespect.
Lami,
Yeah.
what was your first thing? The first thought that came to mind?
Yeah, I think the first thing that came in mind is the man knows what he's supposed to do, but he doesn't want to do because he's being disrespected.
All right, Bona.
All right, so reading this, I actually felt bad.
Try and speak
I
a
don't
bit
know.
louder
I
for
don't know
me.
if it's because I read it, but I
You
really
felt bad.
felt bad. Yeah.
For the woman.
For the man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it looks like all of us feel bad. I don't know why it's like that, but let me begin from you. You said total disrespect. How is this disrespect for your woman to want to look better, look the part, be good, be better? How is that disrespect?
All right, so thank you once again. You see, from the story, you see, my partner has a habit of comparing me to others, and it's starting to affect me. The underlying word here is starting to affect me, not starting to, mean that it's in the process. Now, whether it's about my career, the profession of the gentleman, his looks, his personality, and also small things like how he talks. Now, why would you compare, even to the least, how he talks? It means that, number one, on the level of projection, you have issues with your man in terms of his entirety as a person. Because you see, it is good to compare, but it's good to compare whilst you are drawing inspirations from. But from the letter, it seems that the lady is fond of, and she feels like, oh, it's normal to.
No, but why is a man talking like, Akosia, oh, you're there. Let's say on catch you. Akosia. Why is a man talking like that? Why?
So from the tone in the whole story, the man is such that he is non-violent and he wants the lady to fully understand how he feels. So now, on the flip side, if the table had turned, what if the table had turned? The lady wouldn't have been okay with everything. Because now, ladies in relationship, if you even talk about your exes with them, they feel very bad. This is a case where you are comparing every part of his being to other people. What are you trying to mean? Is it that you want to look less of him, or you want to really pain him that he is not up to that standard?
How about I want my man, I want to push my man to that level that
There
I
is
feel
a
like.
better way to, you see, when you point out a problem, there should be a direct solution.
And don't you think that sometimes that the solution isn't the problem?
No.
Let's say you're in the media space, and then however it's going for you, your woman feels like it is not working for you and tells you like, for, and it gives a name, maybe someone that you even look up to already. It gives a name, for, and that is supposed to make you feel bad. But I feel like making you feel bad in the right direction. Don't you think so?
So, looking at your example, for. So, what do you think I can do aside the media stuff? So, if you want to criticize, bring out something that is tangible enough for me to also hold on to. Because, say, I'm good at this. Then what do you think I am also good at? Bring a suggestion whilst you raise concerns. Now, you see, the gentleman here is beginning to lose himself lose his entire confidence because of how the lady is trying to downgrade every part of his being. You understand? And now look, I don't think it's wrong to want to feel valued in my own relationship. If the person I keep makes me feel less. So this is a case where now, from the start, it is starting to affect me. That was the underlying word.
Is that not sensitivity? You're just being sensitive about it, just being
This is beyond sensitivity.
emotional about
no.
it.
You see,
Because let's say there's a haircut that you started putting on, you trim your hair like that, and it's beginning to look so bad, even in the sight of people. And I as your partner, I'm telling you that, Charlie, we're now in the Emmy time. And let's say your woman is a blunt person, like maybe how Nathaniel Mensah could be able to tell you that the way you do that time, is it wrong? Do I have to pamper the statements?
There's a way to critique.
That's why I said that sometimes the solution isn't the problem. If it hits you well, you would know what to do.
So now, if it becomes reoccurring, then there's a problem. You see, it should be at a particular point. You see, sometimes give people the room to change themselves, whilst you keep drawing in the drums of reminding them. Do you understand? You see, if somebody wants to change, it takes the person's own discretion to change. You understand? Regardless of how you tell them. Now, from the tone of the gentleman, he is now beginning to consider to leave or to quit the relationship.
How about he changes his way of doing things?
How?
Because you look terrible with probably how you dress.
No, you see,
Your career path is not making any sense. You're not going anywhere with that. And then the next thing is what? What did he talk about again?
I think that's
How
like
you talk. Why are you talking like
No,
a
you see-
female?
you see,
Or why do you talk and scream? Why do you talk
good.
anyhow?
So now, taking from like several angles of the man talking like a lady or a feminine. Now, you see, that is his genetic makeup, DNA. You can't change it.
All right, so that's fair. Let me free you on that. How about someone that talks anyhow? You talk to anybody just anyhow. How you
So
talk is trash.
There is always a way to quell and quench someone to your taste and preference. It doesn't come through critiquing consistently. No, it comes through love. You see, soft conversations. And also, you see, even if I said in my earlier statement that even when you want to compare, we compare to draw inspirations from, not to compare and demean the other person. Do you understand? This entire thing is very demeaning because that will not change the person.
You have to feel bad about it. Sometimes I feel like people needs to be hit with reality.
And the reality will not change them until when they want to change.
Let me make you pause there. I'm going to come back to you.
Right.
Mr. Brown.
Yes, sir.
You also mentioned that reading the letter, you said something. I want you to repeat it, and
Okay.
we'll take it up from there.
Yeah, so I was trying to draw attention to the fact that we are uniquely made in our own ways, you know. Yes, so that's basically what I was trying to say.
So we are all uniquely made. Yes,
Yes.
that's very true.
Yes.
About the looks, yes, maybe utiabam, it is natural. Tinabam, utiminya, that's fine. But then how? These are this is a very it's a very serious situation. So like utinabam, utiminya, but when you say utiabam, ujinafra emfatao. Now we jinafru na utinaf and it's bad. Maybe you're my partner. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was a mechanical question. I feel like that the person that could be so honest with you is that woman that is with you. If that woman is not being able to be very honest with you, there's a problem.
Yes.
Because why would I have to fool my partner? Why can I not tell you the truth? Actually, I mean, that is honesty, right? Do you find any problem with this woman questioning or talking about career, looks, and even the small things like how you talk? Do you have a problem with that?
Okay, thank you. I would not want to go straight ahead and say that I have a problem with the way she addresses, but I want to take it from this angle. Generally, we all agree that relationships are supposed to make us better. I mean, that's the ideal. If I'm in a relationship with someone, I expect that the person sort of puts me in a better place. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with being in a relationship and then your partner drawing your attention to the fact that, look, you are doing this. I wish if you could do it this way, I mean, it would be fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong.
Because I mean, comparing, when they be anu down for being a brown, only now down for the fee, or down for the shirt, I come out. Now, when they be out shirt and young wine, they be out to two shirt ye.
Okay,
now
I
mean, that's
where the issue is.
So I agree with
you on the honesty part. Me being honest with people, it's. I mean, there's no two ways about that. But then this is where the problem is. I think my brother was trying to say something. Do you realize that you can actually criticize a situation and make someone better without necessarily comparing them to people?
Sometimes
else?
You have to compare.
Because then that means that you have set a standard.
Because no, let's say, but don't you need a standard as a human being? Don't you?
No, so whose standard?
My standard.
Is the right one?
Exactly. That's the question you should be asking.
My standard.
Your standard.
Yes.
Okay. So what it means is basically, if I say a cup tick for bro, now obonipa, basically that's what you're trying.
No, mean to be bonipa, but then
exactly
my man has to look the part.
Exactly.
Bro, so imagine you go home. You know how I've seen your wife many times. She looks very nice and beautiful all the time, and she's not even revealing anything. Every time dressed prim and proper, nicely, and then he starts to change everything now. Now boobs are showing everywhere.
Okay.
There's the beads showing everywhere.
So
and you are going to smile about that. Now, Mr. Say there.
So so now this is the point. So going by what you're saying.
This is someone's mindset. That's what I'm trying to portray to everyone here.
Exactly. So going by what you just said right now. So now the standard is
dropping.
Is her old self. I'm not setting new standards. According to her, what she's capable of. That's what I'm going to.
It's ube you no phone.
Oh, come on, please.
No, is that your standard? I mean, I feel like
let
me say this. I feel like in a relationship, we feel like that there are things and codes that are going around like, oh, love me the way I am. Love me the way I am. But the I am that you are, it is not an I am.
Lovable. It's not a lovable I am.
and you feel like we should love you the way you are. No.
Nathaniel.
I believe in development when I'm with you. Like there should be the sense of I met you like this, but there's been an improvement in one or two things. You don't have to be the same way that you are yesterday. It doesn't work like that.
How do you measure improvement?
Improvement is measured based on what I said. Michelle, now we pachoka. Utimi come pacho say. It's improvement.
See, relationship, you see, a man in a relationship is like a child. You rebuke, you scold, you love, and you direct. You see, whenever you scream on a child, you are rather giving the child more ways to become hard. But when you add up all these things, you scold, you scream, and then you love, you care. You've used several forms of punishment to draw the child to a particular point.
Have you seen a foolish child before?
Several. But yes, they change.
That doesn't get everything. I mean, just as my bo kaka, my pampa kaka, emfa.
Who same
child has someone. That's when
yes.
the person speaks.
You see now, drawing inspiration from white
Lamy.
Yes, or can say you see. Sir, every person has neferefo. Every individual, and know whom and who your partner is really very very I don't know which word to use. Like the partner really respects. Okano untia. The next line of action is to draw ahead, and then I don't want to use the word report, but go to the man or the woman or that kind of person, and then seek wisdom. For all you know, you see, you might be doing the wrong things at the right time, because shouting and then trying to be blunt. You see, sometimes no matter how blunt you are, you cannot change anything. If the person wants to change, Nathaniel, I'm establishing this once again. If the person wants to change, it is a decision. It is a thinking process. You see, yes, you may want the person to feel bad and change at once for you, but it may be for a time. But genuinely, if the person wants to change, it goes through processes. You see, after comparing, you have to leave the person to thinking, okay, so what if Anka, or they also so kasa say cry in your own style. See, you leave the person to thinking, and then through that, the person genuinely would want to come to line. You see, as will be in the dressing time. First off, wasn't it the dressing time? The first point of call is for you to buy things that you feel or the end where come on. You are just saying that on dressing, but meanwhile, and then you might want to drop more. So how does the person change? What's the dimension I say? So buy something and then try to shape, and as the person is shaping, he will fall in line and then fall in love with the direction you want the person to go, rather than being so harsh. Because see, no matter how harsh you be, even when you hit a metal to a different state, it's still a metal. What's the dimension I say? A boy say one nane gold said then, na a bad day, it still becomes that metal. So through the process of say no, then would nego but to more opposite a form that shape. So what the lady is doing to me, number one, she's not respecting the gentleman. 2, she's having options. 3, she feels that the people that she's comparing the gentleman to are far better off. Then leave the gentleman.
But is that not always the case?
Yeah.
Leave.
No, wait. Is that not always the case that, I mean, in as much as you're with this woman, like for example, you are the woman, there's never going to stop an instance that there'll be other women that might feel prettier, might feel maybe even more valuable than the woman, right? So is that not sensible enough that maybe this woman would also want you to probably up the game and, I mean, match up? Is it bad?
No, first off, the baseline is I'm not against the fact that you want your man to match up to certain standards. You see, who says the standards? there's nothing like standards, but there's something I want you to be like. Standard be anyhow.
You can only wish that your partner
because you
was
see,
something else.
if someone is dressing a particular way, the person is dressing a particular
So
way.
are we saying that when it comes to love, we are supposed to compromise?
Yes, of course. You see, if you don't compromise and you want to stand firm on your grounds, then no one want to kowtow to everything.
Actually, it's not a compromise with a capital C. It's a compromise
With a small c
all of them in caps.
and small e. Do you understand?
Is it not difficult being in love then?
It's one of the easiest things to do is to ever fall in love.
Are you being honest with yourself?
Yes, brother.
Do you know what you're saying?
Yes, I know what I'm saying.
And are you sure you're not misdirecting people listening
No,
to
please
you?
listen to every listener here. You see, love is kind. Life is directional. Love is fair. Love scores. Love is painful. Love is everything. Love is a full personality like a man. Do you understand? So now you see, when you want to change somebody out of love, first off, know the temperament of the person. What can change the person to your taste? Now, if someone is not someone who really gets to the fact that, you see, before you can change somebody, know how and where and what to use. Know the tools to use. Know the rightful plugs to press on. Because, Nathaniel, you see, if it were to be the man, rather doing the opposite of comparing the lady to other ladies, this same lady will be coming out loud and saying that the man doesn't love me, and then blah 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 blah, and now let me compare why. Now the table is now against the man.
All right, I'm going to make you pause. I have to go to the ladies. Lami,
Yeah.
let's talk.
Okay, so I believe that before you start dating someone, like, you would definitely see the person. You would definitely hear the person talking. And maybe you would want to know what he does. So before you start dating someone, unlike before, first, almost say you don't know the man, then they marry you to the man. That one is different. But before you start dating someone, these basic things I'm sure you would know before starting to date that man. So it is good to correct people it is good to correct people. But one thing I used to tell people is that just tell the person the right thing to do without comparing or without making it feel like because of you, that person should change. We were having a conversation in a car, and the guy was like, I wouldn't date a lady with a wig on with lashes and those things. I would go and marry. I was like, so why do you approach those women? Why do you want them to change? In the first place, you tell the person the right thing to do, but not because you like that thing.
No about bed red, don't shoe red.
Yes, so you tell the person color combination with the and you say color combination with the mempe. It means only what bet me because one I won't pay.
They say okay.
So if you let the person know that
repeat
this
that
is
for me.
no good.
Repeat what you said.
So I said that. Or belt red. You would tell the person that this color combination doesn't look good.
But right.
If you are not there, obeshe.
All right.
So you tell you correct the person the right way, but not in a way you like. If you think that ABR generally it is not good for him to do, but you love it, you have to find a way to say it to make it something like in general, this is how it is, but not to your preference. So does that mean that if the two of you break up and then he goes his way to find another woman, he cannot go back to his old self? So you correct people based on the right things that's supposed to be done, but not the way you want it. So coming back to the comparison, it is very bad. I think we have a saying that share for ama ebinime wie prison, ebinima ewu awariase, ebinima yeniama ensem fata. Ebinima kwaji sikedro because share for only on mashasi.
Just because of that statement.
Just because of that statement. So it is good to compare when you think he's, let's say, giving up on something.
Okay.
I came to the university with my colleagues, but I didn't complete with them. So sometimes when one person comes to NSS, then I'll tell the person that, you see, na me. So if una wabemebu na me, do you get it? Do you get it? So you compare people to make progress, but not to make them look bad. If he doesn't dress well, when let's say the career side, let's even say, sorry, I'm not saying say be jumanye, but even say be a or yet shoe shine. Let me say that. Maybe a own pesa. After all, he's not the only person doing that. And those people, does that mean they don't have lovers? And
once he's providing and he's solving a problem, that's
yes. Job. And you saw that. So if you've had maybe an opportunity somewhere and you want him to pursue that, you can tell him that, oh, this, I think, say, often is say a baby. I think it's also opportunity be with you, as he said, you correct the person whilst you find a way, an opportunity for the person to fit in. So if you think that Nejuma emphasika bebremba, then if you have inquired about any job opportunity, you just fit in and you say that, oh, because Wejuma ninyenti me pesa anka obeko ni say ha ejuma wa ha. Enuna na onye dia. That one you can, do you get it? And na nekasa, I don't know if it is the sound or the attitude. I don't, because for the sound, may assure say when he approached you, you heard the sound.
hello, Oba.
So you see that hello Oba anything, he can't change it. But if it is so you see those things.
Sorry, some people love you. They love you for who you are.
Yes. And you see that voice something in Eastern region, my neighbor, that the husband has that kind of voice.
Okay.
And if I tell you that the husband cheated on the wife,
Where?
you won't believe it. When they are fighting, you wouldn't know that Oba nekasa na bema ne nekasa.
Me pesa di na win me yano. Me pesa.
But oh no, like you met the person.
Are we really doing this?
You met the person speaking that way.
The truth is, people. That's what I'm saying. We are all unique in ourselves. You see, the things you are good at, you find other people being worse
I mean, yeah, that's very true. That was just by the way.
Yes. So
I mean, that was just by the way.
No, I know you, Nathaniel. I know you very well.
Obviously, that's it. Let me go to Bona. I have to get to the phone lines. Bona, let's hear you.
Is that? All right, so I'll just take it from the point.
But now hold on for me. Let me read some comments on Facebook, okay? Before they say I'm not reading. So Yinga Kwame James is saying that there are two things involved. Either Peter is not performing his responsibilities, or the lady is a witch. Nathaniel, let one of the ladies call me why. And so which of one of you would want to call Yinga? And it says these ladies are looking good. That's nice. And of course, Babisco is saying that, hi Nathaniel, if the guy loves the girl, then he should change his attitude. That's all. And Pakwesi Brown saying that, Peter, we deny Jesus. Now, small comparison, you ball. Mr. Rao. And it says, my nut. I don't think this is from WhatsApp, and it's coming from Yafrima. Your Yafrima, you dog. Oh, then yes, sir. Mr. Brown. Okay. And it says, my nut. I don't think you change people by comparing, say attitude, character, and as a physical appearance. They are people feel bad or lose confidence if they are compared. Now, Akoya say you've disgraced them, Bisano. You see, the guy said he wants to be valued in the relationship. All he needs is for the lady to address him uniquely and not bring others in the picture. That way, he feels she likes him. So instead of comparing with the kind and sweet where she could go like, "I love how you always look, but you catch my eye more when you wear this, or when you have this haircut on, or when you use this accessories." I mean, guys do it to us ladies all the time without comparing. It's exactly the same way they want it to.
There,
So gradually he would want to switch up because it's what you love and because he loves you too. It is just like that. And it says, but if she's complaining with stuff like skin color, voice, and height, yeah, he's not God. He can't do anything about it. And that kind of comparison there, no, Nathaniel, he should leave the relationship. Girl, no, impanel. All right. Thank you very much, Frima. Bona, let's hear you.
All right, so Mr. Nat, they've set everything up, but I want to take it from where Peter said, I have told her how I feel, but she brushes it off or says I'm being too sensitive. Now, let's take it in the aspect that the lady is trying to correct this guy that we are talking about. But anytime this guy tells you that I feel bad when you say it this way, you can't walk to a guy and say, oh, babe, I feel you should dress this way. It will be more nicer than that. And a guy will say, I feel bad about it. No. But it depends on the kind of tone that you say it and the perspective you are coming from. Mr. Tabernacle said something here that either the girl is having options or she feels that the people she's comparing this particular guy to are better off than the guy. Are you getting my point? Now, you are in a relationship. If it is the voice, and let me say something. Didn't you hear it when he came proposing? Obviously. You heard the voice. If it is attitude or you want him to improve on his career, there are better ways to do it. But if you are comparing this guy and he tells you that he feels bad and he don't think you value him in that relationship, meaning you, the girl, you are having options. You feel like he's not enough for you. And if you are feeling like the guy is not enough for you, so you want him to upgrade to the standard of the people you are comparing him to, as this guy stated, she always has someone else to measure me against. Now, if it is about my work, you use Bill Gates to you compare me with Bill Gates. How can I cope? That's kind of standard. How do I go about it? If it's about how I talk, you want to use my pastor's. No, it can't work. You are talking about how I look. I didn't create myself. But if it is about this haircut, if it is this guys that put on
Top.
if it is this guys that put on that how do you say, nail polish and stuff, you can talk it out. But going to that extent that you make the guy feel
Some way, pal.
less value, it's a different thing. I feel the girl is having options. Are you getting my point? I feel the girl is having options that if the guy don't go by this kind of standard, then she have options to leave, or she feels another person is better off than the guy. If you think the other people you are comparing him to are better off than him, leave the relationship and give the boy peace.
Else you never be happy yourself.
You will never be happy because you are always comparing. You become that nagging partner.
All right, let's get to the phone line. 03-220-83596, 03-220-83597, 03-220-83598. Put your phones on. Give me a call. Share your thought to me. Hello.
Yeah.
Nana go Vijima. Nana yentio.
Bia mekasa mo brofo no na mo kan ados wo se sia ese me sunu di na me tie ba ko de beto me skul me to me junu me kakra na mo ka twi ni kakra mai why
Ose
me sa mo ka twi ni kakra mai
ba say koma ye di wote ana wante hwe
me tina di na me tie ba ko na to me tirimu o
nti afi wate ase
ah o me tie ase kakra
all right ti che wadwen
brofo ba ko na reba me tiri ya se
comparison aha no che say odi obi tutu obi e che say odi obi tutu obi
sa awia se ade na ayet time pa na ofo bi tutu obi o sa na tala na aje wa kokwa na musum jina me tuntum na fa na tala na compare ya se sia na me kwasra abiga pokle na me kokwa na biana Debbie, you are Semua, and now back on there, only Pabacunia, oh, no, them about Casa affairs, no. Was say, a doya be a noa until you are soon who are now open the seminar. Only about 4 voice in the two form. Say, I had had a corner was said 9 years out. Ah, my, and that's bra, Taruedia. Next I was mammy checking son what Pia wanted. No, because I was it was another corner, yes, stark, a current time, Casa. Well, obedient, what will be the 1 year of it to bet you. Now, Tietiano, no Tietiano. Yes, and I young papa. Until the Dawma. Tell about when you know, make a positive or a positive need to a sour. Or pursue a journey job and offer bell for. And what's an oil comparison, no. Until they met me, I don't know why.
Okay, me that's it, pa, Minya. All right, so 03-220-83596, 03-220-83597. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Mensah.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Who am I speaking to?
Good evening. This is Sam.
All right, Sam. Let's hear you.
You know, okay, the lady is trying to tell the guy something indirectly. But as a guy, I know, I was look at my
and what's that thing that you think of a so catcher?
Okay, me and I'm a living testimony for that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No time when you maybe. But I feel like anytime I'm maybe dressing some stuff, but it's all about work. So, after the lady I met, when she was out, Uma good at the open guys outside, or more material, so I didn't stand one. And anything, but in being concerned. But I was myself of come I didn't know that I'm bringing. It was in the two government better, and then they're up airport food. Or not me to see, not that, not about. Babbling shop or you goodbye, and could you see Harlem, or not, let me call good here. The young person who say, no, this girl wants to tell me something. If you need some few months, young person meet change. Emma needs to do the way she wants it.
And I'm sure it made you happy. Are you guys still together?
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. Same worry.
Oh, daddy. I still can't tell to phone the car.
I'll call you, pa.
Tell out my eating, Mr. Eating boy.
Okay, Bona, allow me.
Yeah. No permitting rating. Some Cocolia. Can't make Cocolia to check.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for calling me. 0322083596. Hello.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Yes, sir. Good evening. How are you?
Evening. I'm doing better than you.
Focus.
Boss.
Where?
Eddie, on the issue is in Abano. So, when I say, on the offer, Nathaniel, I say, we are dressing, you can also we are even as a young. Come on, more than or the chin of Queen, I don't know what I say. The day see anything in our way and money at the end of home. You can be addressing in now, so the cousin of Grandpa Capiano. And it's all about Anya Sanima being another Nathaniel, no one though. That's the true fact. No one though. Although, a dressing, Upia, or better say, dressing a yaw, dressing F. And I say, a casa, or not Casama Chat, and I want to show Casa. Now Casana shall quit, because you do say Casanadi, and say the Ocasan, so yeah. It's okay. There was no Casa or towards you, Nathaniel. That's what I say. It's all pass on the what, Sandy Marina on you. Into Berman Mecasiano. Sabi na ya again in your Ondono.
Ondono now Ondono.
Missy Ondono.
Ondono like she doesn't love him.
Yes, Uncle Donna, Uncle those days ya Matrenyanka. Uncle Naka check the Ghana Transaca say, we need the Uncle you. Uncle Ghana's better. Now, me what I can't tell you what they on Nathaniel.
But let her there or say or catch her, maybe the approach or the catcher may be our own penny. I mean, but let her there or choice or catch her.
Oh, Nathaniel, because what I didn't do, yes, man, bear my own. Here, I propose and
you get to a baby boss, can of credit trouble. May say, you get to a baby, can of credit girls. No.
Oh, also, like a money then I adore so, but here then. Just let's obey and a man near Tiasi. On the channel. If you come over in Kenya, or do be my baby and so, I dear Yahweh idiot. In fact, in Kaya, but in Tinka, like a dear man, what's the me above what bear and said a bear tonight, you know. You bear the bear come up. Now they're warned yet. Now I'm saying you there's a destiny of an order, Nathaniel.
All right. And that's it, pal. Thank you very much. 0322083596. I'll do about two more, and then we pick final words here in the city. Hello? Hello? Good evening. Yes, sir. Good evening. How are you?
Mike.
I think we've picked two people together. Hello? 0322083596. You would have to call me back if you call, please. I think we picked two people together. 0322083596. Hello?
Nathaniel.
Yes, please, Prince. Let's hear you.
Now I'm saying I feel we are working on Nathaniel. Me to me need the Beman and Obano on as a one penny in our Bani. Wouldn't me Beman Sanana be you or Beman in Dada. What I say, Beman one in a tree. Their own penny, the opinion I wouldn't. And they didn't also complaining, say, maybe. Ever complaining, I do not have anything to say. This idea, maybe our banner some them and to them and crown and case of pictures to shop. In a time, you know, I didn't know anymore. Many players in a time. You won't say, many players say, you will cram in me, little house in a Tyler. Then it's really shocking here because I. So who baby a dress akwa meta akọ. And I really say no, I didn't say no kasa. You need to be common as anything in the make me be common before come on and but no anger do me a bow. You found a time you penny. Make me kasa anyhow. Actually. That's my life. You tell me anything. No anger do me a bow and I tell one she and found when you penny.
Okay.
That's anything. Make me kasa anyhow. But me what you need to know kasa. I kasa boko. If you need business, you be a trail dokasa. You won't say that guy or respect to be an English. But you only maybe or an idea or bana kasa mumina one pay. And Nathaniel will be in who bit not at all. We see the Ben at the shot.
So, hello.
Okay.
Hello, good evening.
The girl loves the guy, but try to direct him and indirectly. The guy is already, or yet he should do what the girl says. That's all. I think.
But I mean, in the expense of making me feel bad.
No, guy don't feel it or no one can feel it how. You put go wabuana cry. Do you know what we all learn from each other? Secondary school I poetry. Hey, say only question any big crowd. To go no 50 crowd no name share. So that no, you share others. There are amount for your money in there. You could maybe. So that's it. Yeah, because then John Zanuman and but you school say any big crowd. Yeah, and we learn from each other. Indirectly or direct to it never be more. Doesn't mean you shouldn't get harm. On corner or bomb, okay, fine. Assume it's like one country also like a shilling or you do up on things, so then I got it. So that's it. And one country, you know, ladies are dangerous. A good person why they work at you. It's like one country indirectly, like a president, and then you could do one thing or then it's wrong again.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right, I think that'll be it for the calls tonight. We're very sorry about that. Sorry if you tried calling and you couldn't make it. We're very sorry about that. But I'll pick 20 seconds each from you. Finally, what do you think this man should do? Lami.
Yeah, so, I think the comparison and everything affects his productivity as a man. So I would tell him to pay attention to his mental health. He should pay attention to himself and, if possible, leave the relationship, because for how long would it end? Because he has told the lady that Nyawe ehame, but she still goes on. So for how long is she going to stop doing that? So he should prioritize his mental health and leave the relationship.
All right, Bada.
All right, so as we all said, the guy should take notice of certain things in his life. He should sit, account, take a stock of his life and see that this thing that this person is saying, is it really true, or there is a vast comparison that I can't fit in? If you check it out and you think you can't fit in, just walk out of the relationship. It's not.
All right, Mr. Tabernacle.
When something is not to your taste, change the location.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
All right, Mr. Brown.
That was very short and precise. Okay, so my dear lady should understand that
it's actually the man that needs help. The man that feels bad about the comparison and all of that. But I don't know.
Yeah, so this is directed at the lady because of her actions. That at the end of the day, not every woman, but most women, ideal women, want their men to be on top of their game, like be in charge and be in control. If there's a tangent she's going to go, then she's bringing a man to nothing. Okay. And that's at a point in time. It's either all the people she's comparing them to will leave the scene, or he will leave the scene. At a point in time, he would have to choose one.
All right. Thank you very much. That's all for tonight. I'm not going to say anything. about this issue. No, I don't have anything to say. Thank you guys very much for joining me. My name is Nathaniel. I was here with DJ Rooney on the music. And of course, on production, I got Joel Lamy was here, Mr. Tabnacle was here, and of course, Bona Ventual was also here, and of course Mr. Brown. Together make the big team. We're back again same time this evening, 10 p.m. It's Thursday. We'll bring you games tonight, and I know you don't want to miss it. We're bringing something new tonight, and so you definitely don't want to miss it. Thank you very much for joining us. Always poco, little by little, we're gonna get there one brick at a time, and so please don't push it, don't rush it. It's definitely going to be possible. Thank you very much. Stay safe and stay out of trouble. I'm out of here. Bye bye.